Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel.
Today we're plunging into a story that doesn't just tell an event, but rips through the very fabric of expectation and consequence. It's a parable Jesus delivered, a scene painted not just for ancient ears, but for our own souls to confront what it truly means to be ready. Imagine the air, thick with a palpable tension, a wedding day. Not just any gathering, but the wedding, a celebration brimming with joy, light,
And the electrifying promise of a new beginning.
Central to this unfolding drama are 10 young women, their role and honor, a symbolic duty to light the path for the bridegroom, to guide him to the feast, a beacon of triumphant welcome. This wasn't just about a lamp. It was about being an integral part of something monumental, a moment of profound, shared joy. They all had lamps, beautiful vessels waiting to be fueled by purpose. But here's where their paths diverge, not in appearance, but in the very core of their being. 5 of these women carried themselves with an almost unshakable certainty, a serene foresight. They didn't just bring their lamps, they brought extra oil. You could see it in their eyes, a deep, almost prophetic understanding of the journey ahead, a quiet wisdom that whispered, "What if the road is long? What if the wait stretches into the deepest, darkest night?" Their response was one of fierce, unwavering preparation. They grasped that true readiness wasn't just about having the lamp, but about ensuring the flame could endure any trial. Their peace wasn't a fleeting emotion, but a deep-seated calm forged through meticulous, thoughtful preparation. The other 5?
They were vibrant, full of life, perhaps a little too caught up in the immediate, fleeting excitement.
They had their lamps, yes, but their response was critically different. No extra oil. Perhaps they clung to a youthful, almost reckless optimism, a belief that things would simply have to work out. Surely he'll arrive any minute, they might have thought, or we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. A subtle, yet devastating difference in their initial response, one that would echo with terrifying consequences. So they waited, and as life often does, it mercilessly tested their patience. The bridegroom was delayed. The sun bled into twilight, the stars blazed forth, and the initial euphoria gave way to a quiet, agonizing vigil. The prepared women, though physically weary, would occasionally tend their lamps, a small, mindful act that kept their inner light steady, preserving their beautiful, hard-won peace. This was their consistent response, an unyielding vigilance. The others? Their lamps flickered, then sputtered, then gave way to complete, suffocating darkness. You can almost feel the slow, icy creep of unease, the sickening shift from lightheartedness to a growing, gnawing anxiety as their fuel dwindled to nothing. Their response to the prolonged wait was one of tragic neglect, leading to an absence of light and, crucially, an absence of peace that would soon shatter their world. Eventually, exhausted souls surrendered to sleep, all 10 of them, their destinies woven in the merciless threads of their preparedness. And then it came, a sound that tore the night apart, a cry that erupted with explosive joy and searing urgency. "He's here! The bridegroom, come out to meet him!" The world stopped. A jolt of pure adrenaline, a frantic scramble from sleep. Every single woman was awake, heart hammering, lunging for her lamp, and filled with an almost preternatural calm. They knew this moment was coming. Their flames exploded to life, bright and glorious, mirroring the overwhelming joy and triumphant readiness now radiating from their faces. Their inner peace, cultivated through relentless foresight, now shone outwards, unwavering, a beacon against the chaos. Their response to the call was one of serene, unstoppable activation, a moment of profound, vindicating relief. But the other 5, their eyes, wide with sheer, unadulterated terror, stared at their lamps, cold, dark, and utterly, damningly useless.
"Our lamps are going out!"
They shrieked, a desperate, raw sound that clawed at the night. Their response was immediate, visceral panic, a descent into utter disarray. They turned to their friends, their voices hoarse with pleading.
"Please, share some of your oil."
"We don't have enough." Their desperation was a raw wound, exposed for all to see. This is a moment that feels sharp, brutal, almost unbearable. The wise ones replied, "No, we cannot."
"There won't be enough for both of us."
Go quickly to those who sell oil and buy some for yourselves. It wasn't a lack of compassion, it was the chilling, irrefutable honesty of reality. Their response was firm, absolute, grounded in the understanding that some preparations are so deeply personal, so fundamental to one's own journey, that they simply cannot be shared or transferred at the last minute. It's a truth about personal responsibility that cuts deep. The peace they carried wasn't transferable. It was earned through their own responses. So, the 5 foolish women, hearts heavy with despair, rushed into the unknown darkness of the village, a desperate hope spurring them on, praying to find an open shop, to buy back what they had so carelessly let slip away. Their response was now one of frantic, belated effort, fueled by regret. While they were gone, the bridegroom arrived. The prepared women, their lamps shining brightly, their faces beaming with an earned joy and radiating an inner calm, greeted the radiant bridegroom at the entrance. He offered a warm, approving smile, acknowledging their faithful preparedness, and invites them in. The doors closed softly but definitively behind them, sealing them into the joyful celebration. A little while later, breathless and disheveled, the 5 foolish women returned, their own lamps now lit, but their spirits crushed. They find the doors to the feast firmly shut. They knock, their pleas now laced with a raw, agonizing regret and a profound lack of peace. Their response was a desperate attempt to undo their past choices.
Sir, open the door for us."
But from within, the bridegroom's voice resonated, cold and absolute, an echo of irrevocable judgment that extinguished all hope. "Truly I tell you, I do not know you." And just like that, they were left outside, utterly, irrevocably excluded. The celebration raged within, a symphony of joy they could only imagine, forever beyond their reach. For them, the opportunity, the connection, the moment was gone, swallowed by the cold echo of what might have been, and a lingering, profound absence of peace. Their delayed response had sealed their fate, an exclusion as final as death itself. This parable, echoing through centuries, is not just a story of lamps and oil. It is a stark, urgent challenge to us. Are we tending our inner light or letting it flicker? Are we cultivating the peace that comes from readiness or risking the despair of neglect? The choice, as always, is intensely personal, and its consequences eternal. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and share.